Hey everyone, Sean Savin Moo. Are you a one-planer or a two-planer? Here's a one-planer. She doesn't even know it. Two-planer here because this is my job. And this guy's somewhere in between. Which one works for you? That's what we want, because a lot of you are trying one plane and it's just not jiving. And a lot of you are two plane and should go to one plane. This is an important video for you guys. Before we continue, of course, please subscribe to our channel because you know the information is going to be awesome.
Please leave a comment or question down below and give us a thumbs up.
And smash that bell so you never miss any videos.
I have the mic. Just a very simple exercise and a very simple task to get you guys on plane. Let's look at our favorite, the grass whip. So if all I did was just cut grass in both directions, if my full-time job was cutting grass, notice the tool is brushing the grass in both directions. That means I am on plane for my anatomy. Swing through, notice how I'm on plane on this side as well. So as I'm swinging back and through, you'll notice my swing plane is spot on. So if you did that with the golf club, your 7-iron is a grass cutting tool. So if I just swing back and through without stopping, and I'm just going to let it brush the grass in both directions. Well, the ball better be here. Notice for me, when I get set up, it definitely looks very much two plane. So then when I bring this over to the tees, and my task, and this is going to be so critical for you to understand. It's not about the positions of single or dual plane. It is all about how you use your anatomy to perform a specific task. In this case, notice the tees that I have here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to not only just cut the tees, but I'm going to send those tees right between those two posts that you see in front of us here. So right now, in my mind, I see those two posts in the distance, and I'm taking both these tees and I'm sending them out in that direction. So you see how I delivered that? Wasn't that really cool? So if you look at it from face on, if I'm taking a tee from over here and I want to send it over there, well, I'm basically collecting the tee from here and releasing the tee out there. So here goes. And the tee is tumbling beautifully into the air, and that's what I'm doing to deliver my shot. And when you do that, if you look on our premium channel, we have a kinetic chain engagement series, a facilitation series for the kinetic chain. And in that, we talk about how we're taking divot peels and we're sending divot peels into the bushes. Try to find a very private corner of the golf club because you don't want to be the one pointed the finger at for being a disaster maker, right? And you're just going to take some divots and send them out, or T-tips is the same thing. So what I'm trying to do, if I get into a position here where I'm going to try and give myself a single plane or a single plane. Now from here, single plane from me, if I try to send that divot or that T-tip in that direction, it really feels like I'm going to lose my balance. And it feels like my grip is going to get compromised, because when I hold the club and I feel some nice pressure, I love to feel that compression of the golf ball on. Notice my wrists in their downward cock, the ulnar deviation here. That is the max that I can go. So notice I can't go, full straight line, and not many of you can. So, but down the line, I can make it look like I got single plane when I'm over here. But It just doesn't feel completely natural to me. What I'm interested in doing is I'm taking the T-tip from here and I'm sending it out there to the best of my ability with ease and velocity. So I get into my posture. I feel like I can really send the tee out there. So I take my backswing. Still can send the tee out there. Still can send the tee out there. Feels so solid. Still can send the tee out there. Collect the tee. See how my hands are basically back to where they were in their dual plane look or their two plane look. And then I'm releasing the tee in that direction. So here we go. Gather and deliver the tee out towards those posts. And off the ball goes, right over the post on the right-hand side, extremely well compressed. So you see how we do that? Now you'll notice a very different body language when you look at Savannah. So let's look at Sav. So, okay, Sav, let's see how you do with the grass whip first. Let's see you cut some grass in both directions with that.
I won't let go of it this time.
You won't let go, huh?
It's slippery though.
Beautiful. So, go ahead. There's your 8-iron. Let's see you just brush grass in both directions. That's the real key of it. Brush, brush. Let it brush in both directions. Backswing as well. Are you?
Barely.
You're just trying not to make a mess? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a little skinny too.
Well, yeah, I know the tee box here is a little skinny. So let's see you now take both these tees and send them out between the two black posts over there. Gorgeous. So you'll notice when we put Savannah in stop action right now, look at what she tends to do. Did you feel that motion of your hands?
I don't usually feel it, but I see it whenever I see my swings back.
Well, and you'll see there's one individual in particular that really does a great job of that, and she's into the Hall of Fame by a long shot, Nancy Lopez.
Okay.
She would set up and she would look two plane, and then she would raise her hands onto single plane and was like, and it's something that you don't really think about.
No, I've had people ask me about it on my Instagram too.
Right.
And I don't really have an answer.
Well, your answer is you're telling your brain you need to send those tees over there, in which, by the way, you did a great job.
Yeah.
And your brain says, well, the best way for me to do that is this way. Mm-hmm. And so your central nervous system is operating at 40 million bits of information per second. For you to think through that is an absolute disaster and a major, sabotage to the system. So we give you a simple task. Now I put a ball on the first tee, and you're going to send both tees into that picture. Gorgeous. So in your mind, you had two tees that you're ready to send out there?
Yeah.
And there they are. And you'll notice this is the setup that you'll see Bryson DeChambeau in. Mm-hmm. And they, the two of you seem to be setting up in a very, very similar fashion. And there's been a lot of other players on tour that have higher hands at address. Whip the two tees out there with ease. Awesome. And that's right between the two posts. Just gorgeous.
Yeah.
So no thinking.
No.
Just doing a simple task.
Yeah.
So if you look at the way I'm doing my task versus hers, we're talking about a very, very different story.
Yeah.
So let's look at the in-between man, Mr. Moo. The two bucket hats today. Look at you guys.
We decided to match,
It's a bucket hat kind of day.
It is a bucket hat kind of day, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so same deal.
Okay.
I want to see you So we all have the, so that we all have the same task. Let's see how Moo does with just brush the grass in both directions with that. Cut, cut. That looks awesome, dude. So show me the setup. Put it right down on the line where it's passing right now. Yeah. So notice Moo starts off with his hands a little lower like mine, but you'll see his hands coming through impact are going to be much higher. Like I see your hands a lot higher.
Do you have to,
Your ulnar deviation's a lot more different than mine.
Yeah, it's deeper. So.
You're going to see a lot of that on the PGA Tour.
Right.
Right? And it's just the way that when the kinetic chain engages to get through something, here's your club back. And then we take,
2 tees.
you betcha.
Okay.
So send both these tees out there towards between those 2 posts.
Okay.
So you have those posts in your mind and you're delivering the action that way.
Correct.
All right, let's try it again.
Okay.
You know, and a good little tidbit here.
Okay.
Notice how you caught it a little bit off the toe.
Yeah, what was that about?
Here's what I want you to get. This is really important. Hey, it's Sean. We're on location today. It's a toasty day. And right now I feel cool as a cucumber. Can you hear the sound? This is a portable air conditioning device, right? You just wrap it around your neck and there's wind blowing in both directions up into my head and down into my chest to keep me a little cooler on a day like today. And it's even better if you're going to wear a tank top, you know? Not that I would, but for my golf shirt, I can feel enough of the breeze as well. So in the event that you're finding the dog days of summer a little bit too hot, this is a really cool device to keep you cool on the golf course in between shots. You may actually be able to swing with it. You might find it a little cumbersome, but it's got a nice weight to it and it holds on to your neck very nicely. Check out in the description, you'll see a link and a name on how to get this Coolify piece of equipment. All the best. The swing is an arc.
Okay.
In order for you to catch the 2 tees properly, it should feel like the first tee's going a little left of the second tee.
Oh, okay.
And the second tee's going straight.
Right, that makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because it's an arc.
Yeah, that's right.
What actually happens is the first tee will go straight and the second tee will go right.
Right, because you're releasing it.
That's it. So let's see you deliver the 2 tees in that direction, but it should feel like the first one's going left of the second one.
Correct,
Haha. Look at that. Look at the divot. Perfect.
Yeah.
See how perfectly parallel the divot was?
Yeah, that's the ideal divot, yeah.
So a little dynamic action. So when you see our 2 ball drill, we're talking about that, right? So if you were to peel 2 balls off, like here, but you would want to do that with a wedge. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So the first ball would start to the left in your mind.
Correct.
And then as the club is moving around the arc, then the second ball will feel like it's going straight.
Okay.
But because of the nature of our side vision, and please look at our alignment videos, those are really important.
Yeah.
What actually ends up happening is the first one goes straight and the second one goes right. And for the righty, it'd be the opposite.
Correct. All right.
So there's the second tee.
Okay.
And let's see you send both tees in the direction that you want to send them, but the first tee goes a little left of the second one.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that was gorgeous.
No, I didn't get the second tee.
You did? You just tickled it, yep. Oh, yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Oh, I saw it. You'll see it
In slow-mo.
in slow-mo, yeah.
All right.
So let's see you do that again.
Okay.
That was a great shot, dude. Oh, even better.
That's better. Yeah.
Right? So notice the first one and then the second one you cut, it ended up going backwards.
Right. That's
It wanted to go backwards before, but it was a little too far in. Those are nice, firm plastic tees.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, they would have broken.
That's correct, yeah.
Couldn't have performed that better.
Appreciate it, Sean.
All right?
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that tidbit. That was really, really important. And so use this drill to put your swing playing to the test. We'll see you next week. Hey everyone, Sean here, and man, am I excited, because for the longest time, I've been trying to find a way to get the information that I have for you. This is my life's work in this website. And 400 videos to classify that. There's so much great information in here that we finally found the right partner. And that partner is called Retrieve. And in our birdie, so we got par and eagle that are gonna stay in our original Wisdom in Golf Premium website, where you're gonna have up to the minute videos every week. And you'll have the full comment section, because we've been working on this comment section for the longest time, and we don't want to lose that information. So for those of you who love to take your time and go through the content, and you're not yet in the need to get the information that quickly, then you stay with the Wisdom in Golf Premium website. And for those of you who are looking for some one-on-one every month, and the possibility of asking some questions over the course of that month for your golf swing, then you go with the Eagle, right? And which we don't have yet on the Retrieve website. And then the Double Eagle is second to none. My goodness, we have had such great results in the last year with our Double Eagle members. The amount of improvement that we see every single week, you want to take your game to the next 3 levels, Double Eagle's where you want to be. Now, for those of you who are very pressed for time and you need to get to the information very quickly, then you want the birdie program here on Retrieve, and it's only $19.95 a month. And you won't believe how fast this is. You say, driver fade. You put that in, it'll spit out all the videos that I have on the golf course or in the video specific to that, where we're doing a fade with the driver. It'll give you the timestamp where you can go directly to it, which is unbelievable. Next, the coolest thing. Every video that we've uploaded into the program, which is my whole life's work up until this very moment, is now transcribed in a very professional manner. And that transcription is now, they're now able to give you what I do in several different languages. You want to hear me in Japanese? It's a Japanese woman, by the way, Sav. Could you imagine me speaking like a Japanese woman? Once you get past that, you'll actually get to the proper information. We have this in Spanish. For all of your Spanish friends who can't speak English, all of the information is in Spanish. French, if you haven't, we got Edouard Montaz in Paris, but then if you want to get it from the horse's mouth in French, you'll have it in French. And we have Mandarin Chinese, and we have German as well. That's just the beginning. So all of the things that you're going to be able to do on that Retrieve website is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And time saved is very valuable. And it's only an extra $10 a month. So there you have it. We've got this amazing lineup to bring you the best teaching and learning information for the game of golf that's ever been presented. And I'm so excited about it. Can't wait for you to experience it.